You wake up in total darkness. You can't move your arms, and your face is inches from a wooden lid. You've been buried alive. 6 feet of dirt sit above you, and the clock is already ticking. So how long do you have, and is there any way out? Stick around because people have actually survived this. First, the good news. You are not going to suffocate in 30 seconds like the movies show. A sealed coffin holds enough air to keep you conscious for around 1 to 2 hours. But here is the real enemy. It isn't running out of oxygen, it's the gas you breathe out. Every breath fills your tiny space with carbon dioxide, and that is what will knock you out first. So your single most important job from this very second is to stay calm. Panic is your worst enemy. Screaming and thrashing burns through your air 2 to 3 times faster. So breathe slowly, shallow breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Buy yourself time. Now, before you try to escape, you need to understand what you are fighting against. Above you sits over 300 kilograms of soil. That's the weight of a grand piano. If you just open the lid, all of that dirt collapses in at once, and it can bury your face instantly. So brute force is not the answer. You need a plan, and it starts with your shirt. Take off your shirt and tie it around your head, leaving your mouth and nose free. This simple trick stops loose dirt from filling your mouth and choking you when the lid gives way. Next, if the coffin is cheap wood, you may be able to break the lid with your hands or knees. Modern coffins are stronger, but older or cheaper ones can splinter under steady, focused pressure. Once it cracks, do not open it wide. Make a small hole and let the dirt trickle in slowly. Here is the clever part. As dirt falls in around you, pack it down toward your feet. This makes room above you, and slowly, the dirt you displace lets you rise upward through the soil. Then comes the hardest part of all. You have to dig and swim upward through the earth. Keep one arm up to protect your face and claw toward the surface. Do not stop. Do not panic. Your lungs will burn. Your muscles will scream. But the surface is only about 2 meters away. And then finally, your hand breaks through into fresh air. You claw your way out. You survived. It sounds impossible, but this exact nightmare used to be so common it had a name. Premature burial. In the 17 and 1800s, the fear of it was everywhere. Doctors back then could not always tell if someone was truly dead or just deeply unconscious. Diseases like cholera could make a living person appear completely lifeless for hours. People were so terrified that inventors created a bizarre solution: the safety coffin. A bell was attached above ground, connected by a string to the hand of the person inside. If they woke up, they could ring the bell, and hopefully someone would come and dig them out. Guards were paid to sit in graveyards overnight, listening for any ringing. This was a real job. Some people believe this is where the phrase "saved by the bell" actually comes from. Whether that story is true or not, the terror behind it absolutely was. There are documented cases of coffins being dug up, with scratch marks on the inside of the lid. Chilling proof that, for some unlucky people, the nightmare was terrifyingly real. But before you panic about your own funeral, here is the part that should calm you down. Today, being buried alive is almost impossible. Modern medicine has basically eliminated it. Doctors now confirm death with heart monitors, brain activity scans, and clear medical signs. And in many countries, embalming or refrigeration happens long before any burial takes place. So the chances of you waking up 6 feet underground today are astronomically small. But what if it is not a coffin? What if you are buried by something far more common? Every year, people are buried alive by collapsing sand pits, snow avalanches, and cave-ins. and the survival rules change completely. If you are caught in an avalanche, do this immediately. As the snow slows, punch one hand up toward the sky and cup the other around your mouth. That cupped hand creates a small air pocket that can keep you breathing for precious extra minutes. And if you are ever buried in sand or a collapsed trench, the danger is the crushing weight. The pressure can be so strong you cannot even expand your chest to breathe. Stillness is survival. In every single case, the rule is the same. Control your breathing, protect your airway, stay calm. Because panic doesn't just feel bad. Underground, panic is what actually kills you. So could you actually do it? Could you stay calm, 6 feet down in total darkness? Most people say they would fight, but the truth is, survival down there is 90% mental. The ones who make it are not the strongest. They are the ones who refuse to panic. So here is the question to fight about in the comments. Which nightmare would you survive? Being buried alive in a coffin, or falling to the crushing bottom of the Mariana Trench? We have taken you into the trench, into a whale, and into a black hole. Watch those next if you dare. Drop your answer below, coffin or trench, and tell us the exact moment you would start to panic. Because the scariest dangers are not always the loudest ones. Sometimes they are silent and dark. And the difference between surviving and not often comes down to one thing: keeping your head. So stay curious, stay calm, and maybe double check before anyone calls you dead. Subscribe before you resurface.